Hey guys, it's Matt from Wet Shaving Times. I've reshot this video several times. Um, I'm still learning the storage capacity of my phone, which it should have enough storage. And when I went to do the last video, I noticed that there was like 3 minutes of time to shoot a video, which is impossible in my book to do that. So I had to make some adjustments. Great to be back. I took some time away from the community. I pitched in some things here and there, but here's my explanation why. My father passed away in August of this year. So I've been really busy with going back and forth from Illinois to California and helping out the family and being with him, especially him and my mom. I felt an obligation to my family for this because of the amount of support that they've given me over the years, especially in my beginning years, in my years after college, where I came back home. I was one of those boomerang kids that came back and tried to make a life for myself in my old stomping grounds at home. And so with that in mind, that's why I went back to help them and to complete my relationship with my father. I feel like I succeeded. I feel that he had a great life and I had a great time getting to know my father again at this stage of his life, which was very heartbreaking to see the agony in his eyes as he was struggling with pain in his hospital bed. So for those of you who have never gone through this, all I can say is when it finally happens, that I hope you find relief, the kind of relief that I did when I found out the news that he passed away overnight in his bed at the nursing home. So with all that said, I am very happy to be back doing what I love. This is something that he really supported me in doing. When I found this community, I found a life that I think is a great life. It's getting to know people over a really fun hobby, and it's something that we're all equal in. And it doesn't matter if you buy the Pro Rosso or if you buy Martin DeCondre. We're all equal and we all have our opinions, some more than others, I guess. And what I'm going to do here is attempt to refresh and do a shaving video. So I'll have to say that this was inspired as kind of a response to Christopher Bailey's video that he did recently. And while I have some comments and commentary about that, I'll get to that as I'm shaving. So I'm just going to take a quick break and wash my face. Okay, so I'm back and I'm going to discuss the razor that I'll be using because it's going to be a little bit of a throwback for me. I discussed the Harry's razor in my last article in Wet Shaving Times, and you can read that there at wetshavingtimes.com. And this is what I'll be using today. This is the razor that I sent my dad for his birthday. I've taken it upon myself to bring it back and use it when I can, because it is a good razor, especially with the new improved blades that Harry's has come out with. It has something that I think you'll really like, and that is that single blade there. It's a precision trimmer. This makes it a lot better because you can get in those hard to reach places, under the nose especially. And I like using it also, as we all do when we're kind of just smoothing out the skin. You know, you notice a few hairs here and there on your face that you missed. You know, it can be used that way as well. So that's what I'm using today. I'm going to show you how I shave with it. It's a great shave. I only do 2 passes, and the reason why is my face is sensitive. And with this razor, it's just right. So there you go. Now, the other thing that I'm going to be using is my RazoRock Plissoft. I really love this brush, and the reason why is because it outdoes the Plisson. Here's the Plisson that we all went nuts over just a few months ago. And RazoRock, what they did was they improved it. The weight in the handle and the overall feel of this brush, I feel is so much better than the Plisson. So there you go. I don't have a lot of fancy brushes. I just have what I need. I'm also going to use this, and that is the Soap Commander Fortitude. Fortitude has helped me get through the death of my father. I know that I'll be always thinking of him, but you know, the phrase fortitude, it really takes fortitude to get through what you get through in life. So with that in mind, I'm using that today in honor of my family and all my friends that supported me. And I think just for fun, I'm going to use the Pinaud Clubman. Classic aftershave that cannot be denied. I know that many of you have used this in the beginning, especially on your journey, and have probably gone forward to other aftershaves. But since it's a throwback today, I thought I'd throw that in there. This is going to be kind of a winter shave almost. So I'll just load the brush. Now, what am I going to say? How do I start this off? It's been a really, really great month. I learned a lot back home. And, you know, I kept my eye on the wet shaving industry, and I saw a few products that came out that caught my eye, and I just couldn't pull the trigger at that time. And whether I do in the future, I don't know. You know, I am on a budget. Unfortunately, I am not working again and haven't been working for a little while. But that hasn't stopped me from loving my shaving and loving the community and just being the person that I am today, which I feel pretty good about myself right now. So let's get started, shall we? Nice lather. Now, this is something that I haven't done ever, which is I haven't shaved without my mirror. This cell phone is my mirror, and I think that some of you may do this for your videos. You YouTubers out there, the wet tubers, you shave without a mirror maybe, I don't know. But I found that this is going to be a way better system for me to get that maximum video shoot that I wanted. The prior videos, I like the angle. I like being able to put up the Wet Shaving Times logo. But I think that this is what I want to do. So, there you go. Now, here I get started. And Yeah, I'm also going over some spots over and over, especially my neck area, but I've got to get out of that pattern, and I will. So the topic of the day is Christopher Bailey's video that he posted on YouTube. Oh, what was it, yesterday or the day before? And it was all about his perception of what he's doing and why, and his overall need to say this is who he is, and you know, he's not going to apologize for who he is. And that's great. That's setting a boundary for those who tend to pick on him. I am one of his early supporters. I am an old fan of his, and I've really supported him and what he's done. However, I've been one of those that, yes, I've criticized him in my prior videos and even in my comments to him. And what I'm getting out of what he said, that I'm going to say back, and that is that, you know, the expectation of, okay, he's not going to apologize for who he is in the wet shaving community. That's fine. I encourage that. But what I'm going to also encourage is that he not expect us to apologize for him, or what am I saying? To him, sorry, for who we are and what we bring to the table. I think sometimes what happens in this community is that as public people, people who have opinions, you know, there's this opinion that, okay, I say what I say, you don't like it, tough. My response is that, okay, I have an opinion too, and if you don't like it, that's okay. I think that we're on the same page there. And all I can say is that I've really enjoyed the camaraderie in this community. Okay? And but I have seen a trend. And what the trend has been is that it's becoming more personality based. And what I mean by that is that you're seeing personalities stating their opinion, saying they don't want to apologize for that opinion, and it makes it more about the people. And what I'm going to suggest is that we focus back on the products and the services that the wet shaving industry provides, because I think that's what it's about ultimately. It's not about us. Although, you know, that's what it's turning into, isn't it? It's about each of us and what we bring to the table. So I'm going to encourage that we start going back to the roots of the wet shaving community and make it more about the products and the vendors, and not make it about us, as in us the bloggers or us the writers or anything, because I do think it's separate, and all of it's important. Don't get me wrong. I'm one of the vloggers and the writers, but I think we should be focusing less on ourselves and more about the products. That's my opinion. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. And one of the things that I had to do to quicken this up a little bit, get to speed here, is that I had to do a second shave offline. And what I did was I used my OOC after that. I did want to make it clear that I did use the Harry's razor and for the first pass, but I decided to touch it up with this one. This is my trusty OOC. I really love it. I stand by this product. I think it's a great razor. So my final step is to do my aftershave. I don't think I'm going to use witch hazel today. I'm going to go against the grain a little bit and use the Pinaud Clubman aftershave. Great, great product. So, that in mind, this is what I used today. I used Fortitude, Harry's razor, Plissoft, and Pinaud. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.